When my son was murdered, the police thought just another black boy stabbed.
You're telling me that there's nothing you can do, and I don't accept that.
I'd like to take on the Stephen Lawrence murder. No one seems to want to touch it with a barge pole.
But you do.
This is not a whodunit. We know who done it, yet no one has been held to account for young Stephen's murder. April 22nd, 1993. Stephen and his friend Dwayne Brooks are waiting for a bus.
Witnesses say Stephen was set upon by 5 or 6 men. Stephen is stabbed twice. The knife or knives went 5 inches into his body. It was a brief attack, a blur.
That wasn't brief. There must have been a very large amount of contact, in fact.
These were found on Dobson's jacket, and these on Norris's trousers, microscopically indistinguishable from Stephen's polo shirt.
You realise this is the first physical evidence linking any of the suspects with Stephen?
Every time I come back here, I just start to feel so angry all over again.
You have a lot to be angry about.
Same old Met. You need to ask yourself why there are people in your organisation who don't want you to succeed.
The Met can't afford another Stephen Lawrence trial to collapse.
What are you saying?
What I've always said, that I doubt this review will produce anything strong enough for a retrial. You don't even have a decent witness.
We're working on that.
So why'd you need me?
Because forensics alone won't be enough. You were there, Dwayne. You can bring it to life for them.
We found Stephen's blood.
Found it where?
On Gary Dobson's jacket.
Stained into the fabric, which means the blood was still wet when it landed there during the attack.
We need to prove there's absolutely no opportunity for Stephen's clothing to have contact with a suspect's clothing.
If I was the defence, I would be saying the blood stain was the result of contamination.
I think that's a highly improbable hypothesis.
If you say that on the stand, we've lost.
The DPP has agreed that we can charge Gary Dobson and David Norris for Stephen's murder. I hope to execute the arrests within the week.
We're ready.
Police! Open the door!
I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Stephen Lawrence.
Oh, this again. Sweet. For a minute there, I thought it was something serious.
The prosecution case against Gary Dobson and David Norris is that they participated in a joint attack on Stephen Lawrence.
Wow, that's when I saw blood was streaming out from around his neck.
You have a murderous hatred of black people, don't you, Mr. Norris?
No, not at all, sir.
You saw their very presence as a provocation, and you attacked them, didn't you?
Which leaves us with the more viable conclusion.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you. That the wearer of the jacket was involved in the attack on Stephen Lawrence.
Do you find the defendant, David Norris, guilty or not guilty on this indictment of murder?